Hey Damian, this is so embarrassing, but I had to make a video to say thank you to you. Top of the morning to you. Isn't that what the Brits say? I learned that from Stephen Merchant. Anyway, I was so excited the other day when you responded to my tweet. So yeah, obviously I'm a huge fan of the show, and it is upsetting sometimes when the creators, i.e. David Levine, never responds to me and never likes my tweets. So it was totally exciting. It was just super duper exciting when you responded to a tweet that he was in, and I'm like, screw David Levine. I've got Damian Lewis on my side. I'm kidding. I still love David, Brian, all the writers, and all the hardworking crew members. Anyway, so I wanted to be one with nature today. Brian's always like suggesting all these great things to read on Twitter and his podcast, so I went back to get Emerson's Nature at the library, and yeah, an actual library. I have a library card, Damian. And so I'm one with nature, you see? And it really cleanses the soul. And so it calms me down to talk to you too. So yeah, it's a little embarrassing. I emailed Brian a little while back and, gave him my whole sob story about my regrets in life, and I don't even know if he read it, but I'm so embarrassed because either way, mortifying. So like I said, to boil it down to the biggest regret is the fact that the chance to go to NYU, Tisch, and I didn't. And, I live with that regret. It's a tough thing to think about. I'm 45 now. I'm a mom, and, I just saw The House of Blue Leaves in Palm Beach. Great play, and, the main character, he said, I'm too old to be a young talent, which I totally feel like right now. That's how I feel. The reason I keep going back to Brian and his podcast, they're very inspirational, but he always talks about how, and this is what really sucked me into that whole world and becoming such a huge fan of his podcast, because he does always talk about if you truly are an artist, deep down in your heart and soul, which I think I am, whether you realize it later in life or when you're 18, if you don't feed that animal, or you don't nurture the artist inside you from time to time, you might as well be dead, or you're gonna become like this shell of a person that you just hate and that the people around you hate. And that that story that he tells over and over about him being a blocked writer, it really touched me. It really resonated with me. Sorry, I had to get some water. It's 100 degrees here. So anyway, I did cabaret and community theater here when I was 40, about 5 years ago. And, it was a great experience. I absolutely loved it. It was exhilarating. But, I was surrounded by Broadway-bound high schoolers, super talented, and I felt like a little bit of an outsider. When I saw on the marquee they were doing auditions, Lake Worth Playhouse, I decided to go for it, and I got background part, one of the Kit Kat girls, Texas. This is why I need the professionals, because clearly I'm having trouble editing and getting my good side and perfecting the shot for you, but just imagine if I had your wardrobe department and, you know, all that stuff at my disposal. I just, who knows, maybe I could actually look halfway decent.